edition of our talk show. My name is Deborah Chise, your regular anchor of this program. I'm here with you, presenter. This year's edition of our talk show is going to be exceptional, educative, captivating, and also entertaining.
Again, we have series of fantastic packages coming your way on your favorite station, Divine Kiddies TV, here in the heart of Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Please stay tuned.
Reaching you from Abuja. You can also reach us on our website www.divinekiddiestv.com.ng
and also on our email divinekiddiestv@gmail.com or Facebook handle at www.divinekiddiestv.com or info@divinekiddiestv.com.
Once again, my name is Deborah Chise. On the show today, we'll be deliberating on a very, very important topic: our children, our future. Children, as we all know, are gifts from God. So there is every possibility that parents, teachers, and guardians who are caretakers of these gifts will place high value on them because they are their future representatives in the society, and above all, the future leaders of this nation. In the house, I have important personalities who will be doing justice to this topic. On my right, I have Professor Michael. He is a professor of guidance and counseling at Cambridge University. Prof.
Thank you, our audience out there.
And on my left, I have Dr. Rejoice Onia. She's a doctor in the Department of Policy and Planning at the Universal Education Board. Doctor, can you say a shout out to our audience out here?
Good day, my viewers out there. I wish you happy Easter.
We are also expecting the arrival of one of our guest speakers. She is not yet here, but we shall observe her in absentia. She is Mrs. Atawo Diodoma, the Executive Director, Co-Pitress, Kings and Queens College, Maitama, Abuja.
Last year on this program, Professor, you were here in the studio to enlighten our viewers on a very cardinal topic: child's upbringing, which was the talk of the whole town. And this year again, you are here to do justice to this long-awaited moment. So what do you have to say about this year's topic?
You see, children are inheritance from God and happiness to all families. That is, wherever you are married and there's yet to be a cry of a baby in the house. So there's a serious battle greater than the security challenges of this country, Boko Haram and Nigerian soldiers, or even the war between Yakubu Gowon and Ojukwu. After 2 years of my marriage, there was nothing to write home about. You understand? I received a call from my mother. She said, "What's happening?" I said, "There is no problem." She shouted, "I want to see you come home." What do you mean there is no problem? In fact, but by the grace of God, today I have 3 boys. My first son is pursuing his master's. My second son says he wants to be a professor like me. He studied law and will soon be called to bar. And then my little daughter in primary 4 says she wants to be the president of Nigeria when she grows up. So you now see that our children are our future.
Doctor, what's your take on this year's topic? Our children are future.
Before I proceed, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the entire management of this program and the Divine Kiddies TV Abuja. Well, when I got your invitation, I was in the United Kingdom presenting a talk on a similar topic. Well, this year's topic, to the best of my knowledge, is complex. Complex in the sense that we have diverse orientation of children in our community, society, and even in our immediate environment.
Professor, talking of complexity in the topic as traced by Dr. Onia on her take on the topic seems to call for a comprehensible approach. What's your reaction to that? Again, I observed you were itching to say something.
So, at the beginning of this program, you had said there is contradiction in the understanding parents via this topic. You can agree with me that when a dog finds seriously, the owner is proud of it. And that is obtainable in families where there's regard for moral values, principles, disciples, and above all, the fear of God. I always say this when I have opportunity of this caliber. There are parents who don't want their children to be flogged or disciplined, even if they are wrong. In fact, if you want to know the kind of material they are made of, touch their children at home like Calabar masquerade. It will take bands of soldiers to stop them. I was interacting with one of my students long time ago, back when I was a classroom teacher. She told me that her mother used knife to flog her. She also showed me some of the marks the knife left on her skin. But other parents will go as far as buying koboko, made of animal skin, iron, and rod. But the truth of the matter is, when you give birth to a child, that child is not only yours to discipline, but the entire community.
Thank you so much, Professor Kiddies. He is a professor of guidance and counseling at Cambridge University. Joining us in the studio this time is Dr. Mrs. Atao Diojoma, the Executive Director of Kings and Queens College in Abuja. Now we are honored seeing you in the studio.
Thank you. I'm so sorry for coming late, but it was due to some circumstances beyond my control. I'm so sorry.
Once again, you are highly welcome to this program, ma'am. We really enjoy your motherly experience and expression. While I was looking at Doc, why the assistant director of busy digesting the topic, you were smiling. Is there any contribution? Just to ask what the assistant director said.
Yes, as a mother, whenever I take a good look at my 4 children, a perfect combination, 2 boys and 2 girls, I do say to myself, this is the joy of motherhood. That's why whenever I have a problem with my husband, I will say to myself, don't use your hand to spoil what you have built all these years. Parents do have problems, but it depends on how they face the situation when misunderstanding comes to play. I know and strongly believe that the children are our future.
Mother has spoken the truth, but rather an observation, and speaks out of ignorance as a child's best, to put it that way. I want to state here categorically that leadership is merit and experience. This is 2 factors before you assume leadership. You have to ample series of experience and knowledge. Even God, in all his wisdom, respected this fact when he chose the likes of Samuel and King David in the Bible. Samuel walked under Eli the priest, while David walked as a hunter and a shepherd. This enabled them to gather experience. The positions which the caller has identified are too big for children. They involve state and international matters. Children are too small.
Well, I know someone out there is laughing right now. Laughing not because he has won close-up competition, but because at the end of this program, his life will not remain the same. Definitely, he will get something to take home that will change his negative mentality towards his family. You have all spoken well, ladies and gentlemen in the house. Professor Michael, Dr. Rejoice, and Executive Director Mrs. Atao Diojoma. I know our callers' phones are well loaded and itching to call to make useful contributions. Though our phone lines will be open shortly for you to call and make your contribution. But before that, we are going on a commercial break. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Correct. Preschool, nursery, primary 1 to 6, just 1 to 3, and SS 1 to 3, with well-equipped learning facilities and conducive learning environment, as well as qualified teachers. It will also interest you to know that the Fine Kiddies International Academy has the following external examination bodies: NECO JSC, ERC, WAEC, and NECO SSCE. You can grab this opportunity and register your work. For further inquiries, you can visit the Fine International Academy at Plot B, 228 Phase 4, behind Living Church, Nyanya, Abuja, or you can call this number 080 2314 6912 or 070 31 28 5603. Define Kiddies International Academy on the Eagle's Wings.
of the commercial break, where you listen to your personal paid announcement. If you're just joining us, this is Divine Kiddies TV channel 605, within you here in the heart of Abuja. You can also watch us live on our website, www.divinekiddiestv.com Abuja.
Based on statistics and analysis I have gathered so far in your discussion, all of you are in the same page and of the same view that children are a source of happiness to all families. But my question is, can we have this happiness even where there is laxity, less care, and lack of concentration by parents towards their children's welfare in our families?
The answer is capital No to me, and I have my reasons. Children will make you laugh and some tears will make you cry when they are not well disciplined. There is a saying that the way you lay your bed, so shall you lie on it. When less attention to what a child does is given, maybe because of busy schedule in the office, or you are a businessman or woman, and you hardly spend productive hours with your children to checkmate their gifts, either their academic performances in school or what they do at home when you are not around. You are inviting tears and sorrow in that family. Children are like wood. When wet and soft, you bend and correct them. But when hard and strong, they can't be bent or corrected. And again, you as a responsible father or mother, not pamper your child. It's not everything your child does that you smile at. Sometimes frown at some that are wrong. For example, a child opens fingers at an elder. In my place, it's a taboo and an insult. And then you just smile over it. Frown at her, if possible. Get a small cane and spank her. The Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child. Let her also know that what she has done is wrong. That's why she's beaten, and she won't repeat such again.
Wow, fantastic. Papa and Mama, I hope I don't hear him. Because Junior is your only son and he did not do his assignment and is flogged in the school by his auntie. Then you say in front of Junior, don't mind that mumu auntie of yours. I will deal with her tomorrow in that school. It's very wrong, parent. Don't do that, because one day that same Junior will say to you, Daddy, respect yourself in not. I will deal with you in this house.
Prof, is it right for parents to back up their children in all circumstances?
I think that should be an question, because nature and nurture play significant roles in the life of an individual. A psychologist will tell you that nature has to do with the biological, that is, the hereditary transits from the parents to the offspring, while a philosopher will tell you that it's the environment and interaction that determines the future of an individual, that is, condition reflex or learned behavior after birth. A Russian scientist, Ivan Pavlov, demonstrated that as an experiment using a dog in 1902. As a matter of fact, if a child is to be great, whether to go to school or not, the fact still remains that that child will be great. That is natural intelligence. In another way, a child is dull and attends a standard school and becomes bright. That's the work of nurture. So to me, that's combination. Next.
I want to add a little to what Prof has just said. We all seated here, we are all parents, and the truth must be told. Our children need our support, but not in all circumstances. Take for instance, your daughter comes back home and says that her teacher flogged her 35 strokes of cane. What? How possible is that? And what did you do? You ask. And she said she did nothing. She was sitting down reading her book. Well, that's not true. We all know our children. Some of them do that. And when they tell us things like this, we should know what to tell them. Well, I can only say that parents and teachers must have cordial relationship so that a child will grow and grow stronger in future.
At this juncture, we will now open our lines for you to call and make your contributions or ask questions. Please call 090-205-5245.
Or you can drop a message on our WhatsApp line on 081-0064-464.
Calling from Maryland. I have
to question the speakers in the House. They are talking about children as the leaders of tomorrow. Now, my question is, that thought also applicable to us in Nigeria here? Because since I was born, it's only old people that are ruling the country. Look at our president, for example. According to him, he's 80 years and people contesting to occupy the same position in 2017. Some are even more than 90. Even more than 90-something years. Look at this light of our former president, Umar Musa Yar'Adua. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Though he was a man, a host of others who ruled civilians or military head of states. Ministers in various ministries, even the Minister for Youth, Sunday Dare, is not a youth, is an old man. So how and when can these children as leaders of tomorrow come to play in this country? If not, I'm tired.
Mrs. Miracle, please calm down. Professor will definitely attend to your question. You saw the anger in that caller's voice. Can you attend to her question, please?
The caller has spoken the truth, but rather an observation and speaks out of ignorance as a child's best, to put it that way. I want to state here categorically that leadership is merit and experience. This is two factors before you assume leadership positions. You have to ample series of experience and knowledge. Even God, in all his wisdom, respected this fact when he chose the likes of Samuel and King David in the Bible. Samuel walked under Eli the priest, while David walked as a hunter and a shepherd. This enabled them to gather experience. The positions which the caller has identified are too big for children. They involve state and international matters. Children are too small to fight terrorism and insurgency, tackle political, financial, and economic threats of this nation. Nigeria is too big for children. Children cannot head a local government area, circulates of Nigeria as a federation. Children must work hard, gather experience, and wait at the appropriate time. Olusegun Obasanjo did not head Nigeria as a head of state during military regime or president during civilian government as a child. He first enrolled into the Nigerian army and attended the position of a general before assuming leadership as the head of state. Leadership exists at various stages. If not time factor, I would have enumerated instances of which people clash at this stage. Look at Lieutenant Colonel Gideon Oka of Benue State, who plotted one of the bloody coups ever recorded in Nigeria against Ibrahim Badamasu Babangida, though that is a political issue anyway.
I think what Professor is trying to say is that you cannot just wake up one day and become a leader. Leadership demands sacrifices. I did not become the executive director of my school overnight. I went to school, same as my colleagues in this noble profession, and the ones in the Ministry of Education. Most of them are PhD holders and professors. As a teacher, what I do tell my children is that they should remain focused on their studies and avoid distractions. After their studies, there is nothing that will prevent them from becoming what they want to be in future. And their parents will eat the fruit of their labor in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you for responding swiftly to that caller question, Professor Mr. John Kiddies, an Executive Director of Kids and Speech College, Mrs. Atao Diodoma. I think we have another caller here.
Please, you people should tell the teachers in school. I'm sorry. My name is Akosunimido. I'm calling you from Lafia. Please, you people should help me warn teachers in the school where my children are attending to stop flogging those children as if they are military barracks. If they flog them again, I will withdraw all of them and they will stay at home.
Okay, you can go ahead now. Then, Then they used to say teachers' reward in heaven. But teachers of nowadays do say that reward starts on earth here before the one in heaven.
Please, I want to state here categorically that the use of heavy flogging is not good, and it is not generally acceptable in the process of learning. When teachers leave a mark on a pupil's body or injure him or her is not right. Those are the beliefs of our old instructors and teachers of old. But now, the world is gradually turning into a global village, and the education sector is not also exceptional. I think the Honorable Minister of Education can attest to that fact. Unlike in the past, when a child will walk more than 10 kilometers to school, and when he or she reaches there, he or she will be held for late coming and asked to go and do heavy punishment, like pull down a building, cut grasses in the field, and cut down or uproot a huge standing tree. Well, that's not good. That's also inhuman. I think that we all should try and make children feel love. We should flog them, but we should flog them out of love, because too much of everything is bad.
Please, you parents that take gift of complaint to your teachers, stop that. When next you are going, take gifts of appreciation and a fruit juice. Teaching is not easy. I think they really need a round of applause to be appreciated. Please, let's clap for the teachers. It's not at all easy for a teacher to do this, where a situation whereby a teacher will be told that my child has got his water bottle, my child did not finish his food, my child came home with one shoe, my child's books are not complete. Habamana, it's not easy. Well, I wish we had more time to attend to more of your calls, but time is no longer our friend. I sincerely want to appreciate you all for your time, Professor Michael and Dr. Onia Rejoice, and of course Amoni in the house, Mrs. Atawodi Ojoma, the Executive Director and Graduate Kings and Queens College, Butama, Abuja. I hope you will attend to our invitations when we call on you next year in this edition of the talk show on our favorite show, the Kiddies TV. And to you, our listeners and viewers out there, we want to say without you, there will be no Kiddies TV. And of course, our callers, thank you for being part of the show.
So far, so good. This is where we'll be drawing the curtains of today's interesting packages of talk show. I remain your agent.
I am Deborah Chise. Thanks for listening. Bye.